Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about a topic that is very close to my heart, diversity in children's literature. What do I mean by diversity? Books that feature characters and stories from different cultures, backgrounds, and experiences. Books that act as mirrors and windows into the vast tapestry of human experiences. Why is diversity in children's literature important? That's a good question. There are many reasons, but here are some of the main ones that I want to talk about today. Mirrors for self-reflection. Books that act as mirrors allow young readers to see themselves, their cultures, and their experiences represented. This validation can be extremely compelling for a child's self-worth as well as their identity and development. For example, imagine how a child from Haiti would feel reading a book by Ronaldinho, an adoptee from Haiti who published his first book at 19. Yes, that is me, my story. Or how a child from a mixed race family would feel reading a book by Jacqueline Woodson, who writes about her experiences growing up in a multicultural household. Another point, windows to the world. Introducing children to diverse characters and stories provides windows into the lives of people from different cultures, backgrounds, and experiences. This exposure increases their awareness and promotes values of empathy and understanding. For example, imagine how a child from the US would learn about the history and culture of Afghanistan by reading a book by Khaled Hosseini, who was born and raised in Kabul, or how a child from China would discover the beauty and diversity of Africa by reading a book by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, who was born and raised in Nigeria. Another point, challenging stereotypes. Diverse range of books challenges the often elusive stereotypes and biases that can often be ingrained from a young age. By representing characters from various backgrounds in positive, realistic roles, literature can transform perceptions and attitudes. For example, imagine how a child from the conservative community would rethink their assumptions about gender and sexuality by reading a book by David Levithan, who writes about LGBTQ plus characters and issues. Or how a child from a privileged background would question their privilege and responsibility by reading a book by Bilal Yousafzai, who survived a Taliban attack and became a global activist for girls' education. These are just several examples. I can name a bunch, but truly, just already from those examples, you can really see just how much diversity plays in children's books. Now, promoting inclusivity. The massive shift in the publishing industry towards more inclusive stories is not just news, it's a movement, truly. While books are being censored, there's also a need to create diversity in new children's books. While old books are being silenced, it's oftentimes a important role as authors to write new books that are in our own cultures, understandings, perspectives. Books that highlight diversity promote an inclusive mindset, teaching children that differences are not just tolerated, but rather celebrated. For example, imagine how a child from a marginalized group would feel empowered and inspired by reading a book by Angie Thomas, who writes about the Black Lives Matter movement and social justice, or how a child from a dominant group would feel challenged and motivated by reading a book by Jason Reynolds. Jason Reynolds writes about racism and oppression from the perspective of a Black teenager. So, to sum up, diversity in children's literature is important because it provides mirrors for self reflection, windows to the world, challenges stereotypes, and promotes inclusivity. Books that feature diverse characters and stories enrich the reading experience for all children, allowing them to understand the world better and their place in it. As authors, publishers, and readers, we have a responsibility to select and promote literature that reflects the world's true diversity. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave them down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on this topic. And I'd love to hear your take moving forward just to create some different videos for you guys and what is top of mind and really just interesting to you guys. Yeah, thanks for watching and hope to see you in the next one.